Okay. Hello.
Hello.
You ready to do this episode 5 of Stardew now?
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay. Well, hello everyone. We're back in the 5th episode here. This is StehnZ talking. We've got Jessi with us. We're going to be playing some Stardew in our Dinosaurwrld farm that you guys may or may not remember from the previous episodes. So the first thing we need to do is get this whole thing watered here. Look at our money, though, from the last few sessions that we've been working on it. 8K, we both bought backpacks. So, like, the farm is coming along, I think.
Yeah, the plot's a fucking mess, but look at it.
Yeah, but some of that, like I told you before in an earlier session, I designed things in what's called the OCD nightmare. So,
You like this, but
yeah, I love it this way because it's like it's a de-stressor for me to not have to care about like, oh, all the potatoes need to go in this certain patch because that's where they belong, or the parsnips should be in this row. No, we put it all together. It's like just a crop rotation. No, it's not even crop rotation. It's just chaos, right? Historically, you do it this way. You have to create a bunch of plants that we call a beetle bank in history, where it's like you need these like hairy vetch.
I was not aware of that term.
You weren't aware of a beetle bank. Okay, well, it's a farming technique that goes way back, where you put these other types of plants that the insects actually like, and then they get attracted to eat those rather than your veg. That's basically what a beetle bank is. But you're right, though. We should make
The more you know.
Yeah, I don't know that it's used much in Western farming, but it's certainly used in the old country, or was. Oh, I do have something to give you. Remember how you're riding that you're riding high trying
For
to
my lover.
your lover Shane is what I'm
My
referring to.
reluctant lover.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing, everybody. Jessi's had little problems with courting Shane lately. He's a little low on the faction meter because he didn't like the fish that she gave him. He didn't like a few other things.
He just continuously tells me to like get the fuck out.
Yeah, and that's just I don't understand that because it's like
very damaging to my self-esteem.
I know, but you know what? He's going to be hard to get, and it's just something you're going to have to deal with. And I think that kind of challenge is the right kind of challenge for you, because for me, in the bachelorette that I'm interested in with, trying to win over Emily, it's so easy to bring her like a flower or something like that. I'm just looking for my cat. He's not in here, but I slipped in to do
Our cat.
Oh, well, it is Graham. I suppose you did name him, so let me put some of this stuff in there.
Why is it your cat specifically?
I don't know. Because it's my
Wow.
because I have the big house, so and like I'm the guy that uploads
Aren't you
it.
what kind of communist are you?
I don't know, the wrong kind. The kind that says that some are more equal than others, I suppose. What would that make me? A pig. But anyway.
Where are you? I'm like,
no,
okay.
you can come with me. I thought we would go do a little bit of foraging.
I gave our cat some water.
Oh,
there it is.
Okay, but let's make sure
there's Graham.
We pet our cat. I'm gonna make sure I get that worded correctly here.
I won't like hit him with the water can again this time.
Yeah, that was a fiasco, huh? You've been like kind of wrestling with going up and down with that guy's standing because of hitting him with tools or pouring water on him. And like cats hate getting water poured on them, so
I just go around hitting like the townsfolk with a sledgehammer.
Because you keep
by accident.
You keep wanting to press square instead of X, so. Hey, you like to chop wood while we're in this place, but you've got to save some of your energy for later.
I just got one stick.
All right, that's fine. You're right. Let me not micromanage what you're doing with that.
Right.
Check this out. We can talk to her. It's a local girl, Jess.
You just want me to be a slave to the patriarchy.
Yeah, I guess. I'm sorry. That must be it. Oh, look at this. The wedding ring recipe. If I had these kind of things, I would be able to buy these. I believe this is what you give to a potential spouse in this game. So it could be good to pick up this recipe now for 500 bucks, just so we have it later. It's a little teaser. I'm going to buy it. You never know if you're going to need that later if I like want to go ahead and try to get married to somebody. I'm buying it. Now we'll have to
What is this tower?
This is the wizard's tower.
Okay.
He hasn't allowed us in yet. We can go ahead and try to knock on his door to see if he's going to let us talk to him. But lately, every time I've come up to this, he just goes like, "Nope, it's locked. You can hear someone inside though." Huh? I think what's going to happen is the wizard's going to send us a message, and then we'll be able to visit him in the future. So.
Can I hook up with him?
No, that would be awesome. But he's look at this, like something fell out of a tree, a pine cone. That was weird.
Of course, you had to rush to grab it.
Well, I'm quick on the reaction. I'm a practiced gamer. From all these years. I know you are too, but you haven't spent the kind of time in Stardew that I have, so I'm able to like quickly identify the pixels of something that's happening. I think that was like kind of a limitation for you. It's like I can't see what I don't know how to read these pixel graphics all the time.
Well, I just put my brain on autopilot, so
yeah,
whatever happens, happens.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're got autopilot, you go ahead and have all those spring onions then.
I wouldn't dare.
Okay, well then save me like
there. You can have half.
Half of them. All right. This is the whole reason I dragged you down here is to make sure that we have we get these before they're gone. It's like the perfect spring veg. But yeah,
I'm just gonna sit here and consume all these raw spring onions.
And then you're gonna have
fresh from the dirt.
Yeah, and then you'll
and then try to court Shane immediately after at the bar.
Be like a real close talker, talking right in Shane's face with this just breath full of all this green onion, and that's probably part of the problem. No, it's not. It's so that he doesn't like fish. You kept trying to give him fish. See, Jessi had a very reasonable guess in an earlier episode or an earlier session when we were playing. May not have been recording, but it was that since Shane wanted fish from a mission, she's like, "I'll just hand him some fish and everything should be fine." And
that pissed him right off.
Yeah, she lost all the gains.
He was like livid.
Yeah, every little bit of gain that you had was just gone at that point. So now when we pull up your meter, it's like he's way behind a bunch of other people that you had just been chatting.
You wanted that damn herring so bad, but
yeah, no shit. Yet somehow he's like doesn't want whatever you try to give him. You're probably like
whatever it was.
It might have been like a bullhead or something. Like like some nasty, slimy freshwater fish. It's 5 o'clock. Let's talk to some of these people. I think they're getting ready. Elliot is an interesting character. And Willie is the
like hot ginger guy.
Yeah, I think he's definitely like a
like Axl Rose tier male ginger.
Well, there's plenty of time for you to choose like another bachelor if you're interested. If I were you, Jessi, I would play the field a little bit. You're I would think that you're quite the catch to any one of these Stardew NPCs. So these gentlemen callers will be lining up at the gates for you, whatever, if you can just figure out what they like. I am not.
I bet I can.
I think you can do it. Yes. She asked, "Do we have fun working on the farm?" Yes. Well, that's good, isn't it? Well, okay. Don't you have like something a little more interesting to say? That's fine. But you've already pretty much fired Alex. He wasn't as interesting to you, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, he sucks.
He sucks.
Hey, that's what he had to say to me.
Yeah. See, I thought he was like the trap character, but now that you've mentioned
I'd rather be told to like go fuck myself. That's hotter than hey. Pam's out of it. Better leave her alone tonight.
It's 7 p.m. on a Sunday. Better start drinking. Okay, here is Emily. I do have room to give her one of these
Marnie is
flowers.
lamenting the fact that she wasn't very productive today.
She is the animal boss, so she says not productive, but it's like I guarantee you.
Did you just give your whore a gift?
Of course, I wouldn't call her a whore. First of all, she is a lovely character that is an imaginative spirit. But no, don't eat that.
I'm not.
Okay.
Let's see what Shane says.
Yeah, let's get to the bottom of this.
This is great. Wow, he's like, wow. Now he's snubbing me.
Check this out. I'm giving him one too.
He was ecstatic to get the turnip, but...
Well, just to clarify, it was a parsnip, but close. And
excuse me. Forgive me.
You're forgiven. It's a different root vegetable altogether. But yeah, you can always take a moment to kind of check your by pressing start and going to social. We can kind of see where we're at. See, I've already just gotten Emily to 2 hearts. If you pull that up, and if you scroll through this, you'll be able to see everybody that's single, and that will kind of give you a chance to understand it. Like I was saying before to you, though, I'm pretty sure that the game is player sexual, so there's no reason you can't court people from your own gender if that happens to be your orientation.
Can I, like, get with Pam?
No, if she doesn't have single next to her name, you can only become really close friends with them. Did we talk to everybody in there? I think we did.
I think I did.
I think
I'm done.
If you're done, you're done, yeah. It's 9 o'clock. We have a little bit of energy left. Do you want to go clear the field with me?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So yeah, it's where did we leave off with some of our non-Stardew discussion we were talking last time? I think we had kind of brought the audience up to speed about Shanna, and then I had meandered into Hulkster in Heaven
because they were chomping at the bit for like an info dump on Shanna.
Well, if you recall correctly,
all 2 people that watched it.
The 2 people who watched it, who happened to be
waiting with bated breath.
Yeah. The 2 people who watched it, who happened to be our IRL friends, may have clicked on the link in the description below to listen to this obscure 80s synth pop. But if they didn't, you know, I think that's their loss. So. But I believe that's where we had left off, and then I know I had started to meander into the wrestling boot band. But it's worth going back there, because not to the wrestling boot band, but just to the just to music in general, because I feel like I had sort of teased it out in the last episode that you are a true connoisseur of an eclectic mix of different genres and styles, and lately, since we've been able to hanging out again, I've had the chance to get you know, like intimately familiar with some of that stuff because of what you've been sharing with me and making like big lists, and I've been able to stay up late while working on videos and hang out and listen to all your songs, and I just feel like the audience should be at least brought up to speed a little bit about your history with some of the bands that you've been following for, like, not just your adult life, but like your up through your teenage years. I mean, like, how many concerts do you find yourself actually going to a year? Like, this is like really impressive to me, the like, clip you've been.
Maybe like 5.
Like 5 though, but you understand, like, that sounds like a lot to someone like me, who's like, the last concert I went to, like, I hated it, and I was like, I just want to go home and I don't want to stand here. So like.
But was that the boy hits car incident?
It may have been. There might have been some concerts I did after that. I know that there was a crazy story. First of all, let's head toward bed. There was a crazy story where I wanted to see a band or a musician that had been like really interesting to me in my youth. And I'm like too embarrassed to even name what that is, because it's one of those ridiculous wall of sound bands that was like one of those heavy treble, like a million different layered guitars. And I go, and I think this is almost embarrassing. I had like a date with like a local person. This is after Jessi and I had broke up, obviously. It goes without saying. And someone I had met online. And I guess I misunderstood the context for that date. So I thought it was a date, but it clearly wasn't, because she brought she brought like her other male friend,
like, and her boyfriend.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, and I kind of like I was walking. Yes, I was walking with both of them toward the concert, and like the whole thing felt wrong. And like a random street person, because of the attire of some of the people that are going to these types of concerts in this downtown region that I live in, are going to be like kind of they were wearing stuff that, you know, I don't know, that sort of early 2000s black like goth kind of outfit that you know, remember, like in past episodes,
Probably
we've
like
explained.
what I wore to the like Disturbed concert
Yes,
2 weeks ago or whatever.
Yeah, it was.
I feel called out.
Yeah, I'm sure it was something close to what you
And
were
somebody
doing.
commented like, "Are you guys going to the concert?" So that like whole thing just gave me like felt like a read, but
Well, then this should hit close to home for you because some random street person slash I don't want to call them a hobo or just some local vagabond decided to stop and to
vagrant.
Yeah, some
That's
local
another-
vagrant decided to kind of stop us, and I was flanked behind them because I'm still like do I want to do this? Because this doesn't
And
feel
you're
like a date
probably
anymore.
already having a crisis.
I
knowing
was.
you.
Yes, I'm
And
like this
that
is
like interaction with the like vagrant probably tipped you like right over the edge mentally.
it did.
If I'm right.
You have nailed it, Jessi. That's exactly what happened. And I that guy's offering a deluxe fisher pole. We'll have to buy that. But I digress. I was having that criticism from this person, basically insulting their attire, or like and calling them names that I can't repeat, and they just brushed it off. Of course, they just like go forward and go like, I don't engage with this vagrant who might be dangerous in our in the Rust Belt here, and
that person had a problem with your pseudo dates outfit.
Yes, just a random street person decided to talk crap for no reason. But in that, it helped to like kind of crystallize that like. Obviously, that wasn't like why I turned around and left, but you see where the story was going. I was like, okay,
that's what I was like,
Yep.
dude, he can't do this.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I got kind of to the end, and I'm like, I was about ready to buy my ticket. They weren't super expensive, and I'm like, oh, hey, I think I left something somewhere, so I need to go like get my thing. And like just a terrible excuse to get out, like George Costanza. Like,
did you run?
I didn't.
Literally,
I didn't sprint.
Because for some reason,
you picture me running away.
Yeah.
No, I did not run away. I calmly said I need to go back home to get a thing, and then I just never came back, and I never called the.
You did the right thing.
Yeah, and I should.
All signs were pointing to like. Just go.
Yeah, it meant that I completely misread the situation, because obviously, you get over a big break. I stole the horseradish from you. I'm sorry, Jessi. You get over a big breakup like what I had gone with. Now I've skipped ahead in time because you all don't know the whole story for
Don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just saying that it's.
Who cares?
I know. Nobody cares exactly. But my point is that where's the fucking spring onions? What the hell? We got jacked by coming down here. Oh well, let's head up. It's a Monday. We'll just say hello to everybody. Ooh, plants. Okay, so of course I'm trying to go I'm trying to be dating here. I didn't have this kind of trio thing in mind, and maybe she brought somebody because like if I'm a stranger on the internet,
she wanted.
Yeah, a chaperone.
A menage a trois.
Ooh, I did not pick up those vibes at all. But of course, like my brain is not good at reading those signals, so I'm like immediately like, oh, there's no there. What do we say? Active. I mean, not to get into like active consent, but in a way, like a version of that without the sexual aspect. But it's like I knew that it wasn't what I was looking for. So and the thing is like. If you're just casually dating at that point, it's like I didn't even feel the need to like have to explain to this person that like why I left or anything. It was just like it should be like obvious that this didn't happen. Ironically, I believe a friend of mine who I lived with at the time, who hopefully isn't like going to click on this video and hear this and then fact check me to be like that's wrong, was like randomly encountered this person through the same kind of channels. Remember, we're talking in the heyday of the MySpace age, so early to mid 2000s, and basically wound up dating the same person, who then was like, hey, she's like wondering about what happened during that. I'm like, oh shit. I don't know what to tell her. Just be like nothing, like I had an emergency or I had to go. And it was one of myriad like failed like I like to use the analogy to be like The Sims, where you go on the date and then it's like wah, wah. And I had so many of those after I was no longer with you. I don't know what the deal is, but I guess maybe the audience can pick up on it. Maybe I'm just like an unusual guy, or I don't pick up on the signals correctly. But man, it was a real struggle for me. Oh.
Well, funny in contrast to me, who like heavily pursued you. You
Yeah.
didn't have to do shit.
No, everything seemed so easy back then. Like everything just worked. So maybe that's what tainted my my perspective on stuff was like why if you're chasing the same high, like, and it never really happens again. So it could be that my standards were all off because of the the intensity and enjoyment of what I had just gone through, even through the pain at the end. But breakups are never fun. They're hard, and they're necessary, but sometimes. And ooh, a 4-inch anchovy. But it all worked out because look, I mean, here you are fishing next to me now, and you even look like you a little bit. I know it doesn't really look like me because of the straw hat, but. I don't.
The purple pants are the dead giveaway.
That's what it is. Did I? You have to be joking because I don't think I wore.
I am. You never.
I was like,
dude, come on.
What the fuck? I don't know. I used to wear
You think you had like a loud pair of purple pants you just don't remember, but you used to wear all the time and was like your signature?
Yeah, like I'd be like, you would know that better than me. You would be the one to be able to pick up on those kind of details because.
Do your laundry and.
You did. I know. We were just talking about that. Like I was so poor at like domestic stuff. I think you would literally take my my dirty clothes to your home and clean them for me, which is like. Because I'm wondering, like, how did I? Because that went in my head. I was like, how did I take care of that? Because I don't remember doing anything. I just remember living surrounded by a million pizza boxes and garbage and cans of soda strewn about.
And other contraband.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the right word for it. Whatever you would expect in a hedonistic den of someone who doesn't really want to work. All those tropes can be applied. But yeah, I didn't mean to meander into like my failed dating life after you, but it sort of was like the whole concert thing.
All of your concert stories are a disaster. I'll dox both of us that we've both been to separate Linkin Park concerts.
Yes, I went
to varying degrees of success, I guess.
Oh, are you teeing me up to explain my tragic Linkin Park concert?
You don't have to.
Oh God,
don't.
I won't do it.
Maybe you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I think that might make me look like a total crazy person. But yes, we were huge music fans back when they had burst on the scene, and now when I don't mean to insult anyone who happens to really like their music, but I cringe a little bit now, especially when you see some of the bad CGI videos and them. Like, I don't know. I think it's been memeified
like
a
on
bit.
Top of a building. Like every like early 2000s video was like CGI on top of some random skyscraper.
Yeah, and the CGI is so bad that they don't have any shadows or anything, so they're just superimposed like green screen style. Ooh, let's head up the bar so we can say hello to all of our friends.
The Jay-Z Linkin Park collision course still.
You like that?
Give me that. Oh my God, give me the parsnip because I ate mine or whatever turnip. I wouldn't want to identify this root vegetable.
Yeah, you got it completely wrong. It's totally a parsnip, so we got to keep up with that.
God, how can you even hang out with me with the way that I just like
well, I can. It just
mislabel all of these root vegetables.
It's a challenge, but all I do is just I patiently explain, as we say, and I remind you of what it really is. But with the
I don't know if I finished the thought, but yeah, the Jay-Z Linkin Park Collision Course album is still solid.
It's still
Maybe
solid?
it's not, but
Okay, because I always thought you were
to
more.
me,
You were more like the Static X Executioners crossover, if I recall correctly. That was so bad that it's good. Oh, why are we doing JoJo Mart? But yeah, anytime around that time where new metal began to like burgeon into something else and collide with everything, was I guess maybe around the time that it started to lose me. Go ahead and take this. Nowadays, it's definitely like funny to even be like to even like ironically like that genre from, and it seems to have died. I don't know if it's ever going to make.
coming back.
It's coming back.
I swear
Okay.
it's gonna come back.
Okay. I hope so. Maybe it would like redeem me a little bit because I cannot even open up that old CD binder.
You just need to like loosen the fuck up. Who cares? New metal is good. I fuck with it.
Okay.
I don't care. It's not good, but like whatever. Like what you like. We couldn't help it. Like we were in the perfect storm of having to fall into that trap.
Well, I believe.
But like I said, even at the time, like at least I knew that a lot of it was stupid. Like StehnZ. I was like 14 years old and I would cringe. I had the Break the Cycle CD though. I was just like, ugh.
Oh,
is this guy all right?
I had it too, and I had their self-titled one beforehand. We listened to all of that ad nauseum. And my favorite thing about StehnZ was that when it kind of came back a few years later, and it was
like,
also popular.
Everything's okay.
Everything's like, okay now. Yeah. I'm no longer sad. And I'm butchering the guy because obviously there's the I'm sure like he's a successful musician.
He couldn't keep up the facade. I heard he's like a red-pilled country artist now.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, that's the latest update that somebody told me on him.
Yeah, okay, then at least at the time when I went to see StehnZ, the real band that I wanted to see beforehand that opened before them, that was my real jam, was Cold. That was much better.
Yeah.
Like that's Cold is the thinking man's StehnZ. So I don't know. I wonder what happened to those guys, but faded into obscurity, like a lot of it.
They're still touring. I've seen them on some bills.
Oh, cool. But
like I haven't seen them. I've just seen their name around, so they're still out there.
Awesome. Yeah, well, we've kind of hit our half-hour mark at the next few minutes, so we should probably slip into bed and call it for this. And we'll have to. We went on a tangent before we actually broke down like all of your musical history and taste that you've been that you've acquired and built up over the years, but we'll have to cover that in a future episode where we don't go off on a tangent immediately. But that's okay because like you and I joke, most people probably didn't hear it anyway, so they'll just be ready next time we're going to do a much deeper dive into the bands that have spoken to Jessi and helped kind of forge her persona and of what you're into. So I think the audience needs that because you like I always try to say, you are a true connoisseur, and they're like you would be like a critic or something that could actually help somebody to find new things. At least that's what you've done for me. You've opened my eyes to so many things. So on that note, why don't we end today, and we'll come back in an episode 6 and do that deeper dive. So if you guys, the obligatory reminder to go ahead and like and subscribe if you guys want to see us keep making this sort of content and really explain this whole kind of unique story that is going down between us now as I push my cat around the room. So
what are you doing to that cat?
I'm just kind of petting him with my body. So I think that's on that note. We'll see you all in the next episode. How's that sound?
Every like and subscribe helps to heal the wounds of the past.
She's absolutely right.
Just kidding.
No. I'm doubling down on that. Most of those wounds are healed already, but we do want the scars removed too. So, do with that what you will. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.